4 stars who can stop Drew McIntyre from reaching Roman Reigns. And Solo Sikoa sends message to Roman Reigns, recalls being groomed for tribal chief role. And Roman Reigns' new enforcer and right-hand man to appear, Paul Heyman replaced. 4 predictions for the Bloodline saga after Saturday night's main event. I will explain everything. Never miss this video. Please subscribe to the channel. 4 stars who can stop Drew McIntyre from reaching Roman Reigns. In 2025, WWE fans will probably witness another intense feud between Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns. But there are a few backstage talents who can prevent it from occurring. When the Scottish Warrior returned to Raw following Survivor Series War Games, he attacked Sami Zayn and Jey Uso. In a singles match at Saturday night's main event, he faced Zayn and used the Claymore kick to pin him. Drew McIntyre stated after the bout that he would soon defeat the other 4 stars, maybe referring to the founding member of the Bloodline. After facing Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, and possibly Solo Sikoa, he would eventually run into Roman Reigns. A top star might interfere and defeat him to terminate his run, which would finish that match. Take a look at these 4 celebrities that might prevent Drew McIntyre from approaching Roman Reigns, his ultimate objective. WWE appears to be eager to establish Drew McIntyre's feud with Roman Reigns' original bloodline as quickly as possible. On Raw and SmackDown, the Scottish Warrior has already launched separate attacks on the Usos. Once McIntyre defeated Sami Zayn in Saturday night's main event, he could go all out for Jey Uso. The 2 men may soon engage in a rivalry that results in a match. Primary event: the Scottish Warrior might be defeated by Jey Uso, who has become as a formidable force on Raw, to put an early end to his ascent to Roman Reigns. While plunging the former into yet another feud, a victory over McIntyre would increase Jey's position on the roster. The possibility of Zilla Fatu making her WWE debut has been the subject of circulating rumors. It's possible that the young Samoan star may soon join the wrestling business based in Stamford. The drama on the Bloodline has not involved Zilla, but he might step in to prove himself and perhaps do some dirty work for Solo Sikoa or Roman Reigns. Both men will be on Drew McIntyre's radar, and in their first matchup, they might employ a debuting Zilla Fatu to take down the Scottish Warrior. Zilla could prove himself early in his career by taking down the former world heavyweight champion with Triple H strapped on his back. Drew McIntyre's run against the original Bloodline might come to an end if he loses to Zilla Fatu. Additionally, it might make him a babyface and force him to challenge for Gunther's World Heavyweight title at WrestleMania 41. Jacob Fatu is another member of the Anai family who can become embroiled in the conflict. He is another celebrity who has become a crucial component of the current plot despite not being around for the drama of the original Bloodline. Raw's Netflix debut will feature a tribal combat between Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. Following the selection of the contest winner, Jacob may choose his side. He might end up blocking Drew McIntyre's path in order to defend his boss. He's a really strong athlete who could actually beat McIntyre and put an end to his revenge tour. Following his exclusion from key feuds by WWE, a victory would propel him to the top of the roster. Solo Sikoa is no longer a threat because he has lost too many singles matches in the WWE. He doesn't appear to be the front-runner to defeat Roman Reigns in the tribal combat match. Fans might witness a superstar, though, step in to help him win and establish himself as the sole tribal chief. If so, it will be more difficult for Drew McIntyre to reach Sikoa and overcome him. To stay at the top of the SmackDown roster and maintain his relevance as a tribal chief, Solo Sikoa might instead defeat the Scottish Warrior and secure a significant victory. Drew McIntyre's revenge tour is probably going to end with a visit to Roman Reigns. His run could be effectively stopped if he were to lose before reaching him. Solo Sikoa sends message to Roman Reigns, recalls being groomed for tribal chief role. At the Raw Netflix launch, WWE superstar Solo Sikoa will face Roman Reigns in the squared circle. With his victory over the latter, the 31-year-old will formally become the OTC's successor. After losing to Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania XL, the head of the table chose to take a hiatus, leaving Solo Sikoa as the enforcer for the bloodline, which was led by Roman Reigns. While Roman was away, Sikoa assumed leadership duties and expelled Paul Heyman and Jimmy Uso from the gang. Tonga Loa, Jacob Fatu, and Tama Tonga formed the foundation of his own stable, which he dubbed the Tribal Chief. Solo Sikoa lost his undisputed WWE Championship match against Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam because to Roman Reigns' comeback. Since then, there has been a fierce competition between the two former stablemates. Solo reminded everyone on his Instagram story earlier today that a year ago, the OTC had heralded him as the Tribal Chief of the future. By clicking here, you can view his Instagram story. Solo Sikoa was challenged for a tribal combat match by the OTC on the most recent Friday Night SmackDown episode. After the latter agreed to the challenge, the fight was officially announced for Raw's Netflix premiere. WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry recently revealed his pick for the crucial match. Henry said Roman would win the match and the Eula Fala when he spoke on the Busted Open podcast. The 53-year-old, however, thinks that the OTC and the returning final boss would engage in a stare-down following the fight. He went on to explain why it ought to occur. At Crown Jewel, Roman Reigns was pinned by Solo Sikoa in the 6-man tag team match. At Survivor Series, War Games, the 39-year-old did the same to Reigns. Next month on Raw, the two former stablemates will face off one-on-one for the Eula Fala, and it will be intriguing to see who wins. Roman Reigns' new enforcer and right-hand man to appear, Paul Heyman replaced. 4 predictions for the Bloodline saga after Saturday night's main event. Although the Solo Sikoa-led new Bloodline and Roman Reigns did not appear at WWE's Saturday night's main event, the Bloodline saga is anticipated to intensify after the extravaganza. Reigns challenged Solo to a bout on the most recent SmackDown broadcast, as viewers witnessed. The business then stated that the Eula Fala will be at stake when the two battle it out in tribal combat, which will debut on Raw's Netflix. Even if the much-awaited match is still a ways off, a lot might happen in the plot in the interim. Nevertheless, following Saturday night's main event, the following 4 audacious predictions regarding the Bloodline tale are made. In June, Paul Heyman was expelled from the Bloodline by Solo Sikoa and his goons. The Street Champion hasn't yet revealed who will take the veteran's spot in his faction. Though, after Saturday night's main event, however, things might finally change as Solo might have his father Rikishi return to take Paul Heyman's place as the faction's wiseman. Solo's new wiseman might be the Attitude Era legend, who has long been speculated to be joining the Bloodline saga. After Survivor Series, War Games, Roman Reigns' original bloodline was destroyed by Drew McIntyre. The Scottish psychopath defeated Sami Zayn at Saturday night's main event, but he also defeated an ailing Jimmy Uso on SmackDown this week. In the meantime, CM Punk and Seth Rollins are at odds. Given that McIntyre and Seth are presently a part of his War Games team, Roman Reigns might bring on 2 more players to battle the bloodline. Both Zilla Fatu and Lance Anai could join the OTC. The son of the late great Umaga Zilla may make his debut as Roman Reigns' enforcer, and the son of wrestling legend Samu. Lance Anai may make a comeback as the original Tribal Chief's new right-hand man. Similar to Jimmy Uso, Tonga Loa has also been sidelined by an injury and may not be able to return for 6 to 8 weeks. In light of this, Hikuleo, Tama Tonga's half-brother, might take his place, as could Solo Sikoa, the self-declared head of the bloodline. According to reports, Hikuleo inked a contract with WWE some time ago. After WWE's Saturday night's main event, he might make his debut as the newest member of the bloodline. Given the recent shortcomings, The addition of the 6'8" giant to the bloodline would further fortify the heel stable. As previously stated, during Raw's Netflix debut, Roman Reigns will square off against Solo Sikoa in tribal combat. However, The Rock's meddling could cause the original tribal chief to lose the fight. Solo Sikoa's rebellion is said to have been planned by the final boss. If that's the case, the corporation may disclose it when the Red brand makes its Netflix debut. At the event, The Rock might come back to turn on Roman Reigns. In the tribal combat match, Rock might cost the OTC a victory, setting the stage for a feud that might end at WrestleMania 41. No more today. What are you thinking about this gossip today? Let us know in the comments and stay tuned by subscribing to our channel to get more updates like this. Thank you.